Okay, so I'm going to keep this video relatively short because we're getting into technical stuff here, but what I want to do is just do a quick overview of explaining to you what Schema is and why it's so critical for a local business and how it can really help your local brand stand out amongst all the other competitors you have in your area that you cover. So you can have a look, you can come and read all the document stuff here on schema.org, but this is the definitive way that search engines can understand what you and your business are about. So let me explain what I mean. So let's come onto this particular website, skysports.com, and if you have a look, we're on here now and we can see all these different images, and I can scroll down and pick whatever story I want to look at, and this is what you and I see, whether you be on your mobile phone, your iPad, your computer. But here's what the search engines see. If you make sure you're off to the side of the images or something, but anywhere on the page, but click on view page source, and this is what the actual search engines, your Google, your Yahoo, your Bing, this is what they see. They see code, and this code is what puts those pictures together and all those clickable images, etc. This is what this code is all about. Now, why is that important to us? Well, it's important to us because when you're putting your website together and you've got your Facebook page and you've got a listing on Yelp and you've got reviews maybe somewhere out there, you've got maybe a newspaper article when you first opened up your business, you've got stuff all about your brand is all over the place, and Google can't put all this picture together. And what this code allows us to do is to build your brand out and tell Google exactly what your business is about, exactly where it's located, and exactly what it does. So what do I mean by all of that? Well, let me give an example. So if we take the common goldfish, right? So we look at the picture and we say it's a goldfish. But what do I mean by the word goldfish? Well, what they did was they broke it down using Latin terms. So you can see it's got a genus, it's got a family, it's got a species, it's got a class. All these different words broken down so that it is an exact thing. This is an exact thing, a goldfish. And everybody understands that it's a goldfish. So when they use these Latin names, there's no thinking that it's this type of goldfish or that type of fish. It's a specific type of fish, a specific fish. So what Schema does is Schema works in the same way. It uses specific language to show what everything is. So when you come here within the Schema and the different things they do, so what do I mean you can show things? Well, let's take your reviews. So you're out there working hard as a business and you're trying to get reviews, and you've had them on Google and you've had them on your Facebook page and maybe your Yelp listing, etc. Well, what this does is Schema, you're allowed, by using the exact words, you can tell them, on your website, you can tell these search engines exactly how many reviews you've got, the aggregate rating for all your reviews put together. In other words, you pull the reviews in to your brand, to your website, for Google and Yahoo and them to see. You can do the same with the address. Now, what do I mean by address? Well, let me give you an example. I'm based here in Swansea in the UK, in South Wales, but the Swansea's all over the world. I mean, I've just typed in here Swansea, USA, and look, Swansea, Massachusetts, Swansea, Illinois. So remembering now that Google and Yahoo, etc., it's software, it's little spider bots, they call them, crawling your website, trying to understand what you and every other page in the world is about. And by using Schema, you are actually saying Swansea, South Wales. Yes. So there are definitions on Wikipedia which will say Wikipedia, Wiki, and then it will say Swansea, and it will say South Wales, and it will say all about the city that I live in. In fact, I'm not even sure if it's down here, it might be, but that's what it will show you. So it will show you the exact thing, right? So when you're putting your address in, so when you're up here and you're putting in your address, when you put the Schema code in and you put a line of your address and you put down, you are able to show Google and the other search engine exactly what you mean. It also applies to things like your organisations. So, think of those like a solicitor's firm where they may have their head office in, say, Swansea city centre, but then the suburb areas around Swansea, they've got other offices. So you can show Google exactly what your organization is about and where each address is in the organization, in the hierarchy. You can do things like same as, and I really love this one. This is where you really pull your brand in. So hidden in the code on your website, you can have same as, and you can say same as my Yelp listing, same as this article about my business that was, you know, written when I was launched, same as my listing on Yelp, same as your local Chamber of Commerce directory. So you can pull all the places where your business is named and there's anything about your business. You can put links out to them in the back of your in the code on your website to show Google exactly how big your brand is. Now think about this, guys. Let's just say you've got a one-page website to show that you do certain beauty services, or you've got a multiple-page website and you have Schema on it, and the Schema is showing Google where your Facebook page is, your Twitter page, your Instagram, your images on Flickr, the article about yours. In other words, you pull everything into the website, and these search engines can see how big your brand is. Now, you should have heard me talk before, and we certainly do all over this website. We keep talking about local brand. Yeah, Google's looking to show local brands. Is it going to show a one-page website, or is it going to show a multi-page website with a Schema on there showing how big the brand is? So by putting the Schema on there, no, it doesn't go out there and increase you in the search engine rankings. We've actually seen that it does, but we're not doing it for that reason. The reason you're putting Schema on there is you're showing Google you are a serious brand compared to that one-page beautician website that we just compared it to. Therefore, you will get more traffic and you will show higher in the rankings, because Google wants to show the serious brands to the consumer in your area looking for your type of business, and that's why you're out there doing it. So, you know, I mentioned Sky before. Well, does Sky actually use Schema on theirs? Well, here's their code. If I do a Control F so I can do a search, I'll do a search here for the word Schema, and lo and behold, Sky Sports has Schema all over the place. Yeah, so brands like Sky Sports, Amazon, etc., they all use Schema. Ask yourself why. And this is why it's so important you have Schema on your local business site. Helps you stand out from the crowd when it comes to the search engines. Sorry, got a bit technical, but just need you to understand the benefits of having Schema on your website.